I hope this video helps you diagnose and fix a leak in your LG dishwasher. My particular leak, I believe, is due to defective, faulty design by LG, but the unit is 4.5, 5.5 years old, and I know they're not going to stand behind it. But anyway, this is about LG dishwasher. My model is LDF6920ST. It might look funny to you because I had to ultimately take this front panel off to reveal the inner part of the door. But the leak started about 3 months ago. All of a sudden I had a puddle of water on our floor, about, I don't know, a third of a cup, maybe a half a cup of water. And again, this, just keep in mind that during the early part of this, I had not removed the steel panel. All of the leaking was on the left side of the dishwasher. So I did some research on the internet and found a really great blogger who had a problem that exactly mimicked my problem. It was so exact that I went ahead and ordered the part. In his case, the venting system had developed a problem. The venting system on the dishwasher, at the top of your door, you have this vent, and there is an electrically controlled device that, while it's washing, keeps that vent closed. It's like a plunger. And once the drying cycle starts, it opens the vent to, theoretically, with this fan, draw the moist air out of the cabinet and to help dry your dishes. I don't think it works particularly well. I'm not even sure that mine is working as it should. I know it runs, but anyway, I ordered the part, replaced it for, I don't remember now, $40 some odd, and it was all of this, all of the vent assembly, was part of it. And I happily put it back together, and I still have the leak. In hindsight, if you think this is your problem, do what I did later. Take some good sturdy, I used packing tape, and I completely sealed this vent to eliminate it as a possible source of the leak. And after sealing it, I still had the leak, and in fact it kept getting worse and worse. So I started running the dishwasher while leaving the steel panel off, so I could carefully look at and see what was happening down below. I had water at various times. I think the first time in the cycle, at about 81 minutes, water would start getting deep in this, it's almost like a well. Dishwasher doors are not designed to be watertight. They're designed to be water resistant. And so the water would get deeper and deeper inside this well, and until it would just cascade over, kind of like Niagara Falls. The leak became worse and worse. I even had a dishwasher repair person come. He felt like the problem was in the inner seal, which is left, top, right. And this seal is just a real simple gasket. It's easy to replace. I did order it, and I'm waiting for it to arrive. But I'm not convinced that that's going to take care of it. I did notice that there are rough edges at where the seal has been damaged by the wheels, or the ears, the wheels of the rack constantly abraded and kind of wore away part of this seal. So it's possible that that's the problem, but I have my doubts. Another possible source of the leak is a bottom door gasket. You can feel it if you put your fingers under here, and you'll feel rubber. The problem with that is LG's mastermind designers decided to crimp that gasket into the steel, so you literally think of the door as a clamshell. You have an outer door, and then you have the inner door. And for a whopping at least $160, I guess, plus shipping, if that seal or gasket is the source of the leak, then you're gonna shell out a lot of money. But you also have to take this door completely apart, all the electronics, everything, take off the hinges. You basically have to reassemble that door. So conservatively, I've ordered this seal, and if it stops, great. But my temporary fix, the brainstorm I had, was to what I wanted to do was create a barrier in your cycles, washing and rinsing. The bottom will come on at different times with a lot more water pressure than, say, the middle and top spray arms. When this sucker gets going big time, it creates a surge of water that comes at the door, and it's either getting past this seal left or right, or it's getting past this bottom seal. And so I decided that one final test would be to come up with a way to stop the surge and see if that in fact takes care of the leak. So I have these cutting boards. These are flimsy, real thin plastic cutting boards you can buy at the grocery store. I took one and I divided it in half. I just literally cut it in half. I aligned it inside the dishwasher so that the bottom of this is touching the steel. Now, after my first cycle, this kind of warped in a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. So I cut it. I then overlapped it, which gives it some strength, and I don't think you can glue this stuff. So I decided to use nylon zip ties to secure it, and I came down to this level and did 6. I just poked holes with my drill so that I could do the ties around these upright pieces of the basket, and then I put a couple more down here just to secure it. After dozens and dozens of leaking cycles, the very first time I ran the washer with this repair, which has to be temporary, it's not good to keep it on there forever, I guess, but I didn't have a single solitary drop of water that leaked. Prior to that, I was used to towels and bowls to catch the water, and coming in and constantly checking it. So what I plan to do after I replace this gasket, I will take this drawer out. I will run a wash cycle, and if it leaks, then it tells me that this gasket is bad, and that in order to fix it, I will have to invest. Excuse me, I think LG ought to pay for their defective design, but I'll pay the $160 or $70 plus shipping to basically to replace this inner door and fix the problem. So hope I've shown you how to maybe eliminate potential sources of leaks. You do need to make sure the vent is not leaking. and then you need to kind of go through the other process and run by the store. I think these sheets are probably just a few dollars a piece. It seems like I saw a set of 3 of them at the grocery store recently for maybe $10. Good luck.